Today we're going to take a look at the Egg Seekers event in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. We're going to take a look at how to get started in the event, where to get the recipes to craft the items, where to get the materials to use the recipes to craft said items, and then whether or not those items are going to be any good for you, which ones you should go for, and which ones you should just say no to. So the first thing that you'll do when you log in is notice that the event's a little ambiguous, and it doesn't really tell you exactly what you need to do. All you see is like this, the Egg Seekers event costs you 0 energy. What this is going to do is take you into town here. So we're going to go into town as we download this. So some of these items that you get from these recipes can be good, you or not, depending on how far you are into the game. Some of them will be worth crafting for you, some of them won't be. So what you'll do is you'll get some cutscenes when you're walking around. You want to go in here, you'll get a cutscene or whatever. And basically all you want to do is you can talk to this innkeeper guy. You can get some recipes from him with the currency. So this is where you'll get some of these recipes. These magical eggs and radiant eggs are used to craft some of the actual pieces of gear. And this is the only actual piece of gear he'll sell you, or a recipe for that piece of gear. And to buy anything you need these radiant eggs, or not radiant eggs, rainbow eggs, which you will get from doing other various things, but I'll explain that in a bit. So basically all you'll want to do is you can buy those 3 things from him eventually. You'll get some cutscenes, and then you need to come back out here and just basically talk to, there will be a bunch of different NPCs, and you just need to talk to everyone, and eventually you'll get another cutscene, and this guy back here is on, will show up, and he's the guy that sells the majority of the recipes. So you'll just need to talk to all the NPCs, and then whenever you want to buy a recipe to craft an item, you'll just come here and buy it from him. So we'll go and take a look at what some of the items are that you can get and how valuable they may or may not be for you. So we'll just pull up the wiki here. Shout out to the Brave Exvius wiki for this easily accessible information. So this magical egg and this radiant egg, they're accessories you can actually use, but what they're really used for is to craft all these other items. So the Crown of Justice is okay. It doesn't have any special attributes on it. It's just 25 defense, 20 spirit. Not the worst thing ever, and it's pretty simple to craft. So, you know, if you need a better headpiece for your support or your healer or something, you can pick that up. The Staff of Wrath is a little harder to craft than the Crown, and I'll take a look at exactly what you need to craft these items after I go over this little intro to the items. And this is a pretty good actual free-to-play / easily accessible staff. And it's got a little less spirit than the golden staff you can get for free, but duly noted that if you are going to attempt to use Warrior of Light and equip some of the Ishtola TMs along with a robe and use them as your tank later on, this staff has only 8 less spirit than golden staff but has 20 defense, so it'll make him a little more tankier versus physical damage. The black bandana will be the best non-TM headpiece you can wear as a hat in the game. So I'm going to be crafting a couple of those. It also adds resistance to sleep. Just makes you immune to sleep. So it's very, very, very good pickup. It's kind of like a worse black cowl, which is currently the best headpiece period, as a hat in the game. So this is a very good item. The survival knife, or the second knife, is a very, very good dagger for you to pick up if you have a character that does not have dual wield at all right now, because any form of dual wield is better than no dual wield if they're a damage dealer. So if you don't have Zidane's TM or Genji gloves, you're going to want to pick this up. The sad thing about this item is it will cost one of these crystal eggs that you will see down here, the crystal egg of power. You will only be able to get materials from Zahn in order to make one survival second knife. I keep saying survival knife. Man, survival knife's a good item. Thanks, Type 0. But yeah, if you don't have any dual wield for a unit that you want to use to do attack with, pick up a second knife. It's very, very strong. Icy Veins. It's kind of underwhelming. I'm not going to make one. It's just straight attack magic 18, which is pretty good. Like, depending on the base stats of your unit, it could be better than a 10% attack hero's ring, but only marginally. So if you really want to get that extra like 3 attack out of your unit compared to a hero's ring, you can make one of these. The ice resist 10% isn't really that big of a deal, so it's not really like something that this item's propped up on. Like, it's almost irrelevant. It's not totally irrelevant because it's still there, but it's not something that's going to draw you to the item. Cold Snap's pretty interesting. It gives you Poison Null. It doesn't add anything to your stats, except it gives you this passive called Plated Elegance, and what that passive does is if you have a heavy armor equipped, it'll give you, I believe, attack and magic plus 15%. So if the best accessory you have available to your unit right now is like a hero's ring type effect for 10% attack, and you want another 5% attack, which is worth it, I would make one of these. But you have to realize that you need to be wearing heavy armor, so you can't have a light armor wearer like a Noctis or something and put this on them. It won't do anything. It'll give them Poison Null, but it won't boost their attack. And then you have the Crystal Egg of Power and the Crystal Egg of Mind. You do not actually craft these. You buy these from Zon, as it says here, but you are limited to 1. The Crystal Egg of Power is used to create the second knife, and I believe the Crystal Egg of Mind is used to create Cold Snap. So you're limited to creating 1 second knife and 1 Cold Snap during this event. But all the other items you see here, you can craft as many as you want. If you want to make 4 black bandanas, go on ahead and make 4 black bandanas. Absolutely no reason not to. If those are the items you need, those are the items you need. So spend some time, craft those up, get your units a little bit better. So moving on, I get 0 EXP for doing that exploration. Once you buy those recipes, you'll be able to go into the crafting menu here, and you will see if you want, let's go look at like the Staff of Wrath. So you need 2 Radiant Eggs, which is a recipe that you buy from the innkeeper. In order to make a Radiant Egg, you will need Gray Egg and Rainbow Egg. So this is where this event gets a little bit, kind of irks me, because I don't like having to mass craft stuff all the time, but maybe that's just me. So to make a Radiant Egg, in order to make the Staff of Wrath that you might want, you need to go and make some Gray Eggs first. And then to make Gray Eggs, you need red and blue eggs. And so this is how you get the currency. It's not really, I think maybe there's a line drop during the event one time where it's like, go out and do stuff or something like that. It's not very clear as to exactly what you need to do. So the best 2 things you can do is you can either go to, not here, although that is the one that I do. You can go to the Magic Library and go in here and do the exploration, and you will need to clear out every monster. You have to get into a fight with every encounter possible in the exploration. We don't need to, but that's what you'll want to do if you're doing explorations. You'll want to equip 3 of your units with the Steal ability. Steal from every monster you can. You will get these things called Steel Eggs, which you will use to pull on a specific banner for this event, and that banner will give you the red eggs, blue eggs, rainbow eggs, and some other miscellaneous things that you can use, like cactars and gigantars and gill snappers and stuff like that. So if you choose to do the exploration, you'll have to do, I think it's around like 24 to 25 battles, and if you steal from every single monster inside the exploration and clear it, you get around 10,000 eggs, the Steel Eggs, which will let you do 100 pulls on the banner. So it's pretty strong, but it'll take you, like I said, it'll take you like 20 to 25 minutes, depending on your luck with getting encounters as you're running around. I'm a little too lazy for that, so what I do actually, and I'll show you here, is I just go to Fina's Psyche Frontlines, and I just go to the last fight that we have available right now, I think, in Fina's Realm of Realmness. If you haven't gotten this far and you're worried about spoilers, look away or skip ahead, but it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. So we're going to go in here, we're just going to pick a friend. I'm just going to take this normal team. I have Steel on 2 of my units, because I'm too lazy to craft a 3rd. So we're just going to go in here, we're going to Steal, get 54 from him, steal from this guy, and then just AoE him all down. He had 126 attached to him. So not bad. I believe the wolf was like another 54. So whatever. You might be asking yourself, why would I want to do this for 9 stamina when I can get like 10k from the exploration? Well, this here, oh, rip, buff and Minfilia. Don't want to do that. This encounter here will take you literally a minute, maybe at most, instead of 25, and you can get about 5k, a little under 5k steel eggs. So the exploration is more energy efficient. Well, this encounter here is more time efficient, and I really do not feel like sitting around all day doing explorations, walking back and forth, manually stealing from every mob. It just does not sound like a fun time to me. So I'll go in here and I'll just kill the boss. See how many eggs we get. Sometimes the boss won't actually drop eggs, but they seem to have a pretty high drop chance on eggs. So he dropped them there. We stole some eggs. The bosses each, I think, give you like 150 or so eggs from being stolen from. So we'll look at our total egg count here. This encounter did not take very long. Would take even less time if I wasn't explaining it. So I got 488 eggs from stealing, and then 4,236 from, you know, doing the dungeon. So 9 stamina gives you just under 5,000 eggs, like 4.7k or so. And then you'll come down here to this egg seeker banner, hit multi-summon, and hopefully they'll give us a variety of the things that you can pull. Oh great, so you can also get burst pots. It's the only kind of pot I've gotten. And then you'll get all this stuff. You'll get red eggs and blue eggs. You can get rainbow eggs as well, which will go and let you buy the recipes, and some of the crafts require rainbow eggs as well in order to craft them. So you'll need rainbow eggs to both buy the recipe initially and then craft the items as well. So you'll need to do this event a bunch and pull from here a bunch. It's like a more easily accessible Ifrit raid event, in my opinion. So I kind of like it. I wouldn't like it so much if I felt like I had to do the exploration over and over and over. The exploration is that you get about like 300 more eggs per 1 energy doing the exploration, but it takes you like 20 times longer to do it that way. So I'm just not really interested in doing it that way. So I'm not going to. Some other things that you can get out of here. See if we can pull some. Some other things you can get out of here is you can get some TM Moogles for the new unit, or some King Gill Snappers. You can get the new King Gill Snapper. It's not called. It's like Gill Snapper Family or something. I think they sell for like 30,000 gil. You can get the new Gigantar. It's a 4-star. It's not a Gigantar actually. It's a Minitar or a Cactar, but it's a 4-star Cactar that gives you 100,000 unit EXP. So that's not bad. And then as you saw earlier, you can get some burst pots. I don't know if you can get any other stat pots yet, but I've gotten 2 burst pots so far. So doing this event, you'll need to do it a bunch for all these blue eggs and red eggs. Then you'll come over here, and this is the pain in the butt part that I do not like, because these all instantly craft. Okay, so I'm going to craft a great egg. It's done. I need to come back over here, scroll down. If I wanted to craft more, I'd have to sit here and craft a whole bunch, then hit complete, and go back and forth over and over and over and over and over and over and over until I could make an item that I wanted, which I'm not that interested in. So that's how you get the currency for the event. The other thing that you can do and utilize if you choose to do the exploration instead of the dungeon is you can bring a couple of units that you want to level, and you won't get as much EXP as if you're just having like a friend unit carry that sole unit through the exploration. but you can level a couple of units as you're getting eggs for the event, and it's more energy efficient that way, and you'll be getting EXP on a couple of your units, and you'll also be able to pick up some different materials while you're in the exploration from the different collection nodes. So if you have some time and you want those things appeal to you, such as getting some bonus EXP on some of the units you might want to level, and some more crafting mats like Fire Mega Crest or whatever kind of Mega Crest you can get out of that exploration dungeon, then that's totally a route you can take. I'm just going to take the dungeon and spam it until I'm out of energy every day, because I really don't feel like doing explorations. But doing this event, you'll gain a bunch of free Metal Gigantors and Gigantar packs, whatever they're called, the 4-star Cactar, and a bunch of gil from King Gil Snappers and Gil Snapper families. And if you manage to pull any of the banner units, like I managed to pull the 3-star, which is actually the one that I wanted the most. I did a single daily pull and got him. You'll do this event enough where you'll just have enough TM Moogles to just get one of those units TMs by doing the event, because it takes that many red and blue eggs to craft these items. So you'll need to do this event a shit ton, because each egg you need to make down here, like a gray egg, you need 3 gray eggs and 5 rainbow eggs. So we'll go here. How much does a gray egg take? Great, so you need 30 red eggs and 10 blue eggs to make 1 great egg. So you'll need 90 red eggs and 30 blue eggs to craft 1 of the radiant eggs. Well, you need 2 to craft like the hat. So like, okay. So now you're needing 180 of one kind of egg and like 90 or something of the other, and then 5 rainbow eggs to make 1 black bandana, and then some of the other items, such as, I think it's Cold Snap. Like Cold Snap needs just 2 black bandanas in a Staff of Wrath to create. So you're gonna need to create all of those great eggs, all of those chocolate eggs, all of those prismatic eggs, all of those magic eggs for each of these items multiple times, and then feed them all into a Cold Snap in order to make a Cold Snap. You'll need to do the same thing for the second knife. But outside of the Cold Snap and the second knife, the Black Cowl and the Staff of Wrath and the Crown of Justice aren't actually that hard to craft. So I would definitely pick those items up if they apply to you, because they are best in slot for their item type for non-TMs, which is very important. Like, not non-TMs. So like, don't have TMs and run in here and be like, oh man, these items all suck. So yeah, you got TMs in those slots. You don't need anything else, you know. Maybe when another TM comes out, you replace it, but not now. Not now. So I hope you guys found this useful, not interesting. It's kind of interesting. It's also kind of dull at the same time because it's so repetitive and so grindy. Especially the crafting part. That part drives me bonkers. I can sit there and do like a single dungeon all day. You know, like a 4 or 5 wave dungeon. I can do that. But clicking craft, complete, pick up, craft a different item, complete, pick up, that is just mind-numbing to me. And I don't really like it that much. But the rewards are good. Get a lot of mega sites, get a lot of free cactars, get a lot of free gold from the Gil Snappers. If you have some of the new units from the banner, get a lot of free TMs. Get some good items to craft. I like this event outside of the actual manual crafting part. So if you guys found this useful and you want to see more content like this, let me know. And I'll catch you guys later.